All right, good morning. I thought that I would show you how I do my green juice this morning. And so, forgive the camera angle here. I am trying to get the best angle I can so you can kind of see everything. So here is what I do for my green juice. If I can do this, then I know you can too. So what I put into it, I'll start off with an apple. You can use really any apple that you like. For the juices, I like kind of the redder apples, like a Fuji. This one happens to be a Honey Crisp. I think they produce a sweeter juice for juicing, which kind of helps when you're drinking your green juice. But green apples are fine. I enjoy eating the green apples, I think, more than juicing them, but I'll still juice them if I don't have anything. Next, cucumber. We won't use the whole thing. I'll go into that. I've got a carrot, lime. I use lime. You can also use lemon. You could use both. Really kind of your preference. I prefer the limes. I've got some celery here that we'll use. A little bit of ginger, which I'll go over as well. And then I've got some spinach and some parsley. So basically this is what's going in my green juice. So let me grab a knife real quick. All right, so I will start off really kind of with whatever you want. So for the cucumber, let's go ahead. I'm going to do half because cucumbers make a lot of juice. So I'm going to do half of that. This is fine. Sometimes I like cutting off the ends just in case. And then I will kind of quarter this. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to juice it. I'm going to save this for later. If I was making 2 cups of juice for me and for Susie, then I would use the whole thing, but don't need that other half. Same thing with my lime. I am going to quarter it. I think Susie prefers to like peel it. I use the whole peel, so this is what I do. I just cut it in quarters. Celery is fine as it is. It's kind of pre-cut already. The carrot actually is okay too. The only thing I think I'll do is I'll chop off the end there and then probably that end. And then I will leave that alone. Okay, so ginger. So general rule is you want about as much of your thumb. The more ginger you put, the more spicy it's going to be, but also kind of the more kick and the more energy kind of drinkish that you'll have. I find when I put a little bit more ginger, it is a little more spicy, but it lifts me up more and I feel like I have more energy. So kind of it's really up to you. I think today I'm gonna take that part off. And I'll save this for later, and I'm going to do something about that size. So for comparison, I guess it's about the size of my thumb, a little bit bigger maybe. But I'm going to go with that. Okay, for the apple, no need to be crazy here. I am just going to cut this in quarters, but I am, however, going to take out the center. And so I just kind of like to cut a little V-wedge like that. And then that can go in. I'll do the same thing on the other side. Just cut a little V-wedge. I'll take that out. I'll do the second half here. Okay. That one's good. And same like that. That's how I do it. I mean, you could split these up, I guess, if you really wanted to, if they're a little bit big. You can cut them into smaller bits here. Just depends on your juicer. Okay, so we are pretty much ready to juice with just that there. I'm going to go ahead and start the juicer. A little bit about the juicer. This is the Ninja. It's a horizontal auger juicer. I find the horizontal augers work really well. You get a good quality cold pressed juice without a lot of foam. You could use a centrifugal juicer. You're going to get more foam. Some studies have said that you get like more nutrients and more kind of juice out of these types of juicers. This is what I've been using. I've got no complaints. It's pretty good. So go ahead and start here. All right. I'm just gonna start with the carrot. This type of juicer, it'll just crush it right up. So like I don't really need to do anything. I got the juice already coming out. different types of juicers, you may need to cut your produce down a little bit smaller. This one's pretty good. Force this into there. I probably should have saved some of those solids. Sometimes I save the solids for last, like the carrots, because it'll help push everything through. You'll find some of the mushier stuff will could get caught up. Celery is usually one of those. I'm going to show you how I do my greens here. So I'm going to do a handful of spinach. I'm going to take it and roll it into a ball and kind of get it tightly packed, and then just shove it down there. And then that way you can extract the most juice out of it that you can. If you stick it in there kind of loose, you don't really get a lot of juice. And then I'm just going to force that down there. Get some of that spinach. Let's do some more greens. I got some parsley in this one. Again, I'm just going to kind of crush it into a ball. Stick it down there so it's nice and tight. And then force that one down. I'll do my last little bit of greens here. Again, I'll put this into a ball. And all this stuff is pre-washed too. I pre-washed all this with vinegar, so it's always a good idea. Okay, next I'm going to stick in my ginger because I want to make sure all the juice gets in there, so I don't want to do it last because I feel like whatever you do last, there's always going to be a little bit of residual in there. Let's go with our limes next, and I just stick the whole things in there. Go with our celery. Actually, this machine handles celery pretty good. The last one I had, it got stuck a lot. The celery got stuck. This one handles it really well, so. Okay, last ones, let's go with the apples. Apple's gonna give it just a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of extra juice. I know Susie says that I shouldn't use apples in my green juice. They're too sweet because of the sugar. I like putting them in. Alright. Okay, I'm going to let that just kind of finish pressing out a little bit. Make sure I got every little bit out. Okay, I think we are good, so I'm going to go ahead and stop that. Let me move this off to the side so we have gotten everything out of that. Here's the leftovers. You can always use this if you want. I mean, it's good fiber if you want to cook with it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't really do anything with it. Kind of up to you. But let me go ahead and grab a glass. And let me grab a spoon. So here's our juice. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give it a little stir in here just to make sure everything's mixed up. And you want to drink this right away because as soon as you start juicing it and cutting into that, the fruits and the vegetables, they start oxidizing. So you don't want to let it sit. Stir that up. Throw this in a nice glass. And look at that, beautiful, perfect. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Nice full glass. So there it is, and let's see how it is. Oh yeah, that's really good. That's really good. The apple gives it just enough sweetness, but the ginger gives it a little bit of kick. So I really like it. Oh yeah. All right, there you have it.